Soviet researchers developed a powerful stimulant gas, claimed to keep a person awake for extended periods, possibly indefinitely. The hypothesis was simple: remove sleep, and perhaps unlock hidden cognitive potential.
They were offered a deal: 30 days awake, no sleep, no dreams, and you walk free. They took it. They were led into the chamber. Steel walls, observation glass, a single steel door that sealed shut behind them like a tomb. Inside, cots, no mattresses, dried food, water, books, a latrine, cameras and microphones in every corner. The air hissed gently as the gas was released. The researchers called it Stimulant 9, a synthetic compound, odorless, tasteless, designed to override the brain's sleep mechanism. The door sealed. The timer started. The first few days felt oddly normal. They talked, shared memories, even laughed a little. The gas made them alert, too alert, but no one complained. They read, ate, and passed the time like prisoners clinging to routine. Still, strange habits crept in: constant blinking, obsessive pacing, eating in perfect symmetry. It was subtle, but something was shifting. By the fourth day, patience wore thin. They argued over small things, snapped for no reason. Some muttered to themselves, others grew paranoid, claiming someone was watching from inside the walls. One man stopped sleeping, mentally, at least. He just stared into space for hours, eyes bloodshot and unmoving. Then came the breaking point. One man collapsed, sobbing, clawing at his face and screaming about voices behind the eyelids. Another screamed non-stop for hours until his voice gave out, whispering afterward that it was the only way to block them out. Problem is, no one even cared. Everyone was acting so weird. By the ninth day, everything went quiet. Not the calm kind, the eerie, heavy kind that makes your skin crawl. No talking. No pacing. No sound at all, except the soft hum of the gas and the occasional twitch from one of them. They stopped responding to questions. Stopped acknowledging each other. They just stared at the walls, sometimes all at once, like they were listening to something no one else could hear. The researchers watched in growing dread. Heart rates were still high. Breathing was shallow. They weren't asleep, but they weren't fully awake anymore either. Then, someone ripped pages from a book, smeared them with blood and waste, and used them to block the windows. Shortly after, the cameras inside were disabled, on purpose. For the next 3 days, there was only static. No screams. No speech. No movement. Just silence. Although 3 days have passed, no news has been received from those inside. Protocol demanded action. The gas was shut off. The door was unlocked, and the chamber was to be entered. But when the door finally creaked open, the sight inside was not what was expected. There was no movement at first, only silence. The bodies of the remaining men were sprawled across the floor, their faces contorted in strange expressions, their limbs bent at unnatural angles. One man was found standing, unmoving, as though frozen in place. But it was what they saw in their eyes that made the researchers hesitate. They were not dead, not entirely. They were alive. Eyes wide, pupils dilated, yet unblinking, lost, as though trapped in some other dimension. They didn't speak. They didn't move. They were awake. When there was still no sound from inside for 3 days, the general sent soldiers and made the following announcement. Attention. There will be a check inside. We will give your freedom to one of you. But after this message, a prisoner came in a very interesting way and said, no, we do not want to be free anymore. After these words, a discussion started between the scientists and the soldiers. They said they wanted to end this experiment. The general announced that there was no problem and that the experiment would continue. 5 days passed, but the prisoners were still silent. The general, who could no longer stand this situation, ordered the soldiers to remove the prisoners by force. When the prisoners entered, they were horrified. A man's internal organs were visible, another was lying on the floor as if dead, there were nail marks on the walls, and more. While the soldiers were trying to remove a prisoner by force, the prisoner attacked a soldier and tore off his testicle. The dead prisoner was taken out, and the sick prisoner was taken to the emergency room. His skin was so thin that they could feel the bones when they touched him. As the doctors took him into surgery, the prisoner said, "Go ahead, it's very enjoyable." Finally, the scientist in charge of the project went to the general's room and killed him. Then he went and killed the remaining prisoners in the room. Finally, he went to the prisoner in the hospital and shouted at him, "Who the fuck are you?" The prisoner said in a calm voice, "I am you, I am the animal inside you. You can kill me, but you can't kill the animal inside you." There, the famous Russian sleep experiment story. It's still debatable if it's true or not. What do you think about this story? Please share your thoughts in comments. You can suggest me a story as well. Also, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you. See you later.